Big game this weekend because at the 142nd FA Cup final for the very first time will be the battle of the Manchester, which is that is talking about Manchester United versus Man City. Will actually battle for the supreme prize in the FA Cup final this season, what promises to be mouth-watering because it is going to be a whole lot of bragging rights that will be going down this weekend because the fans, the players are all looking forward to this particular final because as it stands now, both team has won a piece of silverware this season already. While we saw the likes of Manchester United, getting to win the League Cup earlier this season, a 2-0 winners over Newcastle right there at the Wembley Stadium. And while we saw, Pep Guardiola side talking about Manchester City, getting to retain their third consecutive Premier League title in grand style this season. So at this point in time, Pep Guardiola is looking forward to win the treble, this season. Having won the Premier League, he'll be looking forward to win the FA Cup against Manchester United, and also eventually, if he gets to win the Champions League, final against Inter Milan right there in Istanbul, come June the 10th of June the 10th of 2023. So we keep our fingers crossed on how that gets to pounce up. But when you actually look at this point in time, both teams has been very, very fantastic this season. We saw how Pep Guardiola started with the Man City side this season. They struggled, but at the end of the day, we saw how impressive they went. Bristol, getting to beat Arsenal to win the Premier League, and also getting to see Manchester United, of course, have been lows and down for Manchester United, but they have been able to show fought a title for it, coming the likes of Casemiro to the Manchester United side. It has been a very, very good player for Ten Hag at this point in time. Of course, do ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at VJ Wale Show, and also kindly follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, all at VJ Wale. So we can keep getting the conversation going. Then when you look at the head-to-head record between Manchester United and Manchester City, you can see that both teams has played 189 times, where we see the likes of Manchester United getting to have the bragging rights when you look at the previous record, because Manchester United has won 78 times, while Manchester City has won 58 times, and there have been 53 draws between both teams. And when you look at the FA Cup, the FA Cup head-to-head record, both teams has played in the FA Cup 9 times. Manchester United has won 6 matches, while Manchester City has won just 3 matches between those time. And there have never been a draw in the FA Cup a competition between those sides. When you look at the last time both teams has actually won the FA Cup, Manchester City are the recent winners, talking about the one the FA Cup in the 2018-2019 season, while Manchester United actually won the FA Cup in the 2015-2016 season. So it shows that both teams actually need this particular trophy just for bragging right, because that's been a long time Manchester United actually won at the FA Cup final. Who knows where the pendulum will actually swing at this point in time. But we're going to look at some of the real statistics that you should know before the FA Cup final, because this will be the first major final between Manchester City and Manchester United. United has won the last 5 FA Cup meeting between the City. Most recent one was a 3-2 away win in January 2012. The only exception in that run was the semi-final victory of Man City in 2010-2011 season. This will be the third meeting of Manchester City and Manchester United at the Wembley Stadium. Both teams, coming in 2011. Citizen won the FA Cup, a semi-final tie with 1-0, while Red Devils won 3-2 in the Community Shield. And also when you look at this is the City 12 FA Cup final, winning 6 and losing 5 of those previous 11. They have alternate between losing and winning in their last four, most recently beating Watford 6-0 in 2019, just I have mentioned. This United will be contesting in their 21st FA Cup final, the joint most of any side in the history of the competition, alongside Arsenal. They have won 12 times with their 8 finals defeats in joint most of any side, along with Chelsea and Everton. When you look at players to actually watch out for, you need to actually watch out for the likes of Haaland, which is aiming to become the first, Norway player to score in an FA Cup final. We know how Haaland has been very, very terrific this season. We saw how he's been banging goals, left, right, center for the citizens. So we have to actually watch out for Kevin De Bruyne because he's the brain box of the Manchester City team. We saw how his deadly passes has actually helped Pep Guardiola to win the Premier League. And also when you look at the likes of Gundogan, when you look at the likes of Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Those are the players you need to actually watch out for. Also, Bernardo Silva. Those players you need to actually watch out for them because they are in terrific form at this point in time. Also, when you look at players in Manchester United, don't forget the likes of Marcus Rashford has been one of the live fire of Ten Hag in this season. Also, the likes of Casemiro, Eriksen, no doubt about it. He's a good player. Garnacho also one of the young players who is actually doing magic for Manchester United, and also don't forget the likes of the Gale, who has been very, very, terrific, very, very impressive for Manchester United. Standing between the stick, he has been very, very good this season. You actually saw him, getting to win, at the best, keeper of the season. Shows that he has been very, very good this season. Players you should not watch out for if eventually they get to play the likes of Harry Maguire. We know how he has been, not in best shape at this point for Manchester United. He has been very, very shaky for Manchester United. But I leave you to this final question before I go. Who do you think will win the FA Cup final? Will it be Manchester United? Will it be Man City? I leave you to drop that in the comment section. Don't forget, ensure you get to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also get to follow me on all my social media platform, talking about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, all at VJ Wale Show, so we can actually keep the conversation going. I see you again next time. Bye bye for now, and God bless.